I'm Angie Brainard, and this is my daughter,
Emma
Brainard,
and
she's 7. And we live in Coeur d'Alene and have lived here for the last 15 years. I started out here in Coeur d'Alene as a youngster and moved to Alaska with my family, and then we moved back, and Coeur d'Alene is where I decided I wanted to stay and raise my family, so here I am. And about 13 years ago I opened a grooming business called Angie's Grooming Dales, and I opened that to support myself and my habit of rescuing stray and needy dogs and cats. They needed a place to get cleaned up and a place to stay until we could get them a permanent home of their own. In conjunction with the original members of Second Chance Pet Rescue, I got into actual real live official rescuing, and I tease everybody in kid that Carol Kinsey, the original founder of Second Chance Pet Rescue, tricked me. She groomed me to take over so she could retire and get out of it. Little did I know, 13 years later I'd be running it. But it is a nonprofit, local in-home private rescue where I am the main facilitator for the animals. I go to the various kill shelters in the area, and a kill shelter is a shelter where animals are brought and held for a predetermined number of days before they're euthanized, whether the owner comes or not. It's very, very sad, but I go and I evaluate, and more often than not Emma comes with me because we pick dogs that will make good family pets. They have to not eat kids in order to be good family pets. So Emma's very brave, and she often willingly gives herself up to me to use for a guinea pig to see if they'll eat her or not. Of course, I would never let them eat her or bite her, but dogs that pass Emma's test get to come home with us, and we groom them, get rid of any bugs, worms, fleas, ticks they might have, evaluate them for their health. If they need to go to the vet for anything other than spaying and neutering, we take them, of course, right away, but spaying and neutering, we usually give them about a week to settle in, and then we go and have the major surgery done. Then they come back to our house where they wait and rest and recuperate for 7 to 14 days, and then we place them in a foster home. We have a group of volunteers that are wonderful who open their homes and hearts to the dogs that we've rescued and let them stay with them until we find them their perfect home. Probably at least 1,000. At least 1,000. Because I'm the only one with property and acreage, so I'm able to take the heavily pregnant mothers and the mothers with litters of puppies and the mothers who were dumped in the woods with their litters of puppies. So oftentimes we have 1 or 2 litters of puppies going at any given time, which is a lot of work. Please spay and neuter your pets. I have a motto of do it right the first time. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. And so I screen prospective adoptive homes heavily, and I have a predetermined list of questions that I need answered before I'll even consider letting them come to me. At first I had to go around and hand pick and do all the footwork myself, but I've built enough of a reputation now that the shelters, the local area shelters in both Kootenai County and Spokane County call me and ask me, beg me to take dogs. And now it's gone as far as Washington, Oregon, Montana, Utah, and even some dogs from California. Wannabe or would-be rescuers get themselves in trouble and get into hoarding situations, which everybody sees on the news, because they're not able to be realistic in their abilities, and they can't say no. The number one thing you have to be able to do in rescue is say no. As much as it hurts, as much as it pains you, You have to be able to say no when you're at your limit. You have to know your limit, and you have to always be responsible. I have a very small network of better off than most clients that will willingly and graciously donate to me. A couple of local area judges, a couple of doctors, a lawyer, friend of mine. It's good to rub elbows with people in high places as well as people in low places, because you never know when you're going to need help from somebody. I see Coeur d'Alene growing like crazy, and I almost feel like we're bursting at the seams. I feel like the town is growing faster than the planners can keep up with, and faster than the roads can be built, and faster than businesses can put people to work. It used to be more of a slow-paced, laid-back, even maybe resort town. And now it seems to be getting that fast-paced, busy-paced, everybody's in a hurry. People aren't as kind as they used to be. People don't stop to say hello. People don't want to stop and chat with you the way that they used to. You still seem to know everybody who knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody here, but there's less time to sit and visit and catch up, and that makes me a little bit sad. We established our farm out in Athol because of the smaller, more close-knit community, slower paced, more dirt roads, you know what I mean? It's just more grassroots out there, where in Coeur d'Alene anymore, everything's getting so commercial. It's hard to find the little local shops anymore. Okay, I just really want to end this. If you don't come away with anything other than this from watching this interview, please, if you have pets, make sure that they have ID on. If you can have them microchipped, make sure that microchip registration is current and kept current every time you change your phone number, your address, your locale. Make sure your dog or cat wears its collar at all times with ID on it. A collar on a pet with no ID is absolutely useless. Make sure that your pets are spayed and neutered and current on their vaccines. There's just too many of them out there to find homes for. We don't need any more puppies.